Hey everybody, Coach Steve here. Hope you're having a great week, ready to get to this week's workout and have everything that you're gonna need handy for this week's workout as well. So we got week 11. We're building off of what we've been doing the last few weeks. So continuing with those movements, our push-up, our lunge and our row, our plank, and our square drills as well. So with that all being said, let's get right to the heart of our workout. So we are going to need our tubing today attached at hip height as we have been for our row. I would like to encourage you to use a little bit more resistance this week. So if you've got 25 on there, let's maybe put 30. If you've got, if you would like to add an extra band so you can double it up for that resistance, please do so. Looking to work a little harder this week. We're also going to need our square. Those lines in the floor, whether they're real or imaginary, we're just going to shuffle back and forth over top of those. And going to need that water and towel close by so that we've got something to drink and we've got something to wipe that sweat off. So that being said, I hope you're ready to sweat this week and get right into it. So for those of you that have not been along for the journey so far, we're going to start with the lunge sequence where we're going to lunge forward and lunge back. And as we do so, we're going to reach our hands up overhead, and then we're going to step back and reach down at the ground. So why doesn't everybody join me? We're going to do that 4 times on each leg. So stepping forward, feeling that stretch, reaching back, and stepping back and reaching at the ground. That's 1. And that's 2. And 3, a little balance challenge today to start. And 4. Okay, let's go the opposite side. That's 1. And 2. 3. And 4. That's such a wonderful stretch through that hamstring. I hope you feel that as well. Okay, so shaking it off. We have our lateral lunge now. So we're going to have our hands at shoulder height, nice and long, and we're going to step left and rotate that way. All right, eyes are going to lead as well. Let's go 4 times each side. That's 1. 2. 3. And 4. Just going to move over to the other side so I've got more room. Make certain that we've always got enough room so that we can step as far as we can. Get all of that length and activation that we can. All right, that's 4. Shaking that out. Now, we're going to execute a squat to heel raise. So we're going to have our hands out in front for balance. We are going to squat. I'm just going to quickly turn. We want those feet hip width or just slightly outside of hip width position. We're going to squat down and then up onto our toes. All right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get right up there. Oh, coach. A little too far. I let my hands down. Let's call that 7 and 8. That's what happens when you take your eye off the ball for a moment. Lose that balance. All right, shaking it out. Now we're going to perform a little balance work. So we are going to, I'm going to turn sideways so that you see this. With our hands on our hips, going to have an athletic ready position in our balance leg. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to turn, open ourselves, and reach backwards. And then we're going to come back to our balance position. And if you can do that without touching the ground and coming back, that's really what we're looking for. All right, but you can use that tap until you start getting your confidence up and feeling comfortable. All right, so let's go. That's 1. Opening myself up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great stuff. Shaking that leg out. Let's get that balance side ready. Okay, have it loaded, athletic ready position. Weight on your feet, the balls of your feet. Hands on your hips. Reach back. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Great stuff. Shaking that out. And now we're just going to get to running on the spot for a few minutes here, or sorry, a few seconds, 30 seconds. And then we're going to get into our routine. So we're going to have a quick drink, and then we're going to get into those exercises that we've been using the last couple of weeks, which are our push-up, our row with our lunge, our plank, and then our square for our fast feet lateral shuffle. All right, so just getting those knees up a little bit higher. And 3, 2, 1. Great. All right, shake that out, everybody. Have a drink. Okay, so we've got our warm-up in. We're getting it into the heart of our routine. So with our push-ups today, I'm going to demonstrate all of our exercises, the first 4. And so just hold on tight, demonstrate quickly, and then we'll get right to it. So our first one is our push-up. And I'm going to do it face on this time because we're going to go with the push-up, and then we're going to go with shoulder taps left and right. We're going to try and limit how far our body sways from side to side. Then we're going to come to our row, and we are going to do our posterior lunge, row to a balance position. All right, so we're going to return to a balance. We're going to go with 5 on the left and then 5 on the right for a total of 10 rows. Okay, then we're going to get into our plank position. This week, if you'd like to hold your plank off of your hands and push up, that's fine. Or you can go all the way down, and we're going to do jump hops or jacks if you like. So we're going to jump our feet out, jump our feet back in, and we're going to do that 8 times in and out. All right. And then we're going to use our square, our imaginary lines. We're just going to step across. So really quick shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. As quickly as we can move back and forward, or sorry, side to side, left and right across the square. And I know we've been building on this for quite a while, so I'm sure you're going to be quite quick. All right, so let's get right to it. So we have our push-ups with our shoulder taps. For balance, it's a little easier if your feet are a little wider. And then if you want that challenge, you bring your feet in a little tighter, and that will increase the challenge on your hips going side to side. All right, so I'm going to do these head face on, and I've got my position, hands under my shoulders, and down, up. That's 1 and 2. Left, right, 3. Left, right, 4, 5, 6. If you need to modify these off your knees, that's fine. That's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great stuff. All right, shaking that off. Sure, everyone performed those with great form. If not, we're always going to get better. So moving over to our row, going to be nice and proud. My arms are out. I'm going to step back, row, come to my balance position, step back, row. All right, so let's go 5 on the left, 5 on the right. That's 1. 2, bring those elbows back, proud chest. 3, squeeze those shoulders together. Great. 4, and 5. Okay, opposite side. Oh, I forgot my row. Getting ahead of myself. Row, up to balance, step back. It's 3, 4, and 5. Great stuff. Shaking that out. All right. I hope you're starting to feel that. And let's get down into our plank position. Okay, so we're in our plank. We're going to jump our feet out and in 8 times each way. All right, so here we go. Out, 1, out, in, 2, 3. Keep those hips down and stable. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great stuff. Now, you can certainly add to that, but as we introduce this at the beginning of the week, we're going to keep it a little low in the repetitions so that we can have that success and be safer. All right. But again, if you want to add that next time around, let's do 10. All right. If you feel good about that. So shaking it off. And now we've got our shuffle side to side. You're going to do this 3 times, side to side. We're going to have a rest and we're going to repeat it 3 times. All right. So ready, athletic ready position. Everything's bent except for our back, nice and straight, eyes up, and we're going to step in and across. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, and 3. Great. Shaking it out. I know you can do that much faster. So let's pick up the pace. Shaking it off. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Great. And shake, shake, shake. Okay, I'm going to kick it up a notch, a little faster. And here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Great. Right. Now, same thing applies here. We can add more. We can go across 4 times each, 5 times each. But we want to build up to that, have that control so that as we progress and we learn, the endurance builds as the speed builds as well. Okay, so shaking that out, have a quick drink. All right. Okay, so we have been working with our lunge sequence and adding balance into our movements each week. We have gone forward, backwards, we've gone with a lateral. Now we're going to add our rotation. So we already did our rotational balance reach. Now we're going to do it as a lunge. So if I stand sideways for you to see this, what's going to happen is I'm going to rotate my body as if I were standing at a counter, and I'm just going to stand and rotate away as if I were to turn and walk. So what we're going to do here is we're going to load this back leg, and then we're going to return. We're going to drive our body around to our balance position, and once we get there, we're going to add a hop. So if I were to combine all of that, that's what we're looking for. All right, so here we go. We've got 10 on the left and 10 on the right. So stepping back, returning, hop. 1, 2, 3, driving off that leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great stuff. And other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really driving off this back leg forward. Great. Throw that knee around. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Great stuff. Shake that out. And now we're going to get on our backs. You may want your mat or your towel. And we're going to perform a dead bug. So, for those of you that have not seen the dead bug before, we're going to lie on our back. That's a nice relaxing exercise. And we're going to get those hands pointing to the sky. Squeeze those shoulders into the ground. We don't want ourselves rounding, so squeeze those shoulders into the ground. And we're going to extend our left leg with our right arm. We're not going to touch the ground, but we're going to extend, and then we're going to bring everything up. And then we're going to go with the opposite side and back up. So we're going to execute that 10 times, left and right. So on our backs, let's go with the reach. And up, that's 1. Okay, both sides done. Left, right, that's 2. That's 3. And 4. Left and right. That's 5. And that's 6. 7. That's 8. 9. And last one, everyone, reach, stretch that out. Great. Bring it back up, other side. And done. All right. Let's roll that up. Get ourselves another drink. And then we're going to revisit our circuit. Okay. So we have our push-ups with our shoulder tap. We have our posterior lunge with row to balance. We have our plank jacks. And then we have our square shuffle. All right, so hopefully you've had an opportunity to rinse off, get a drink, and get into it. All right, so let's get down. Again, focusing on managing your side-to-side motion, keeping those hips level. Perhaps maybe go sideways this time, and so I can take a look at this later and make certain myself that I'm nice and parallel or flat as I'd like to be and extended. So let's go with our push-up and tap. Good, that's 1. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Tap, tap. That's 7. 8. 9. And last one. Boom. Tap, tap. 10. Great stuff. All right. Let's roll those shoulders back. And let's focus on that nice proud chest through this row. Okay, so if you didn't have enough resistance on earlier, it's a chance to pause, add more, and get back to it. All right, so remember, we have our step back, row, balance. All right, 5 left, 5 right. Step, row, balance. Keep that weight forward over your front foot. We don't want it to transfer to the back foot, all right? 4 and 5. Great. Other side. Step back. Row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. All right. Shake. If you need a little drink, certainly now's the time to have one if you'd like. Give you a moment. And then we're going to get into our plank with our plank jacks. So 10 times this time, in and out. Okay, so we're down in our plank position, and here we go. Out, in, 1. Out, in, 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Excellent work. All right, coming up. Giving it a shake. Okay, so now we have our shuffles across the square. Let's go 5 times this time around, just to try and up the ante a little. Okay, side to side. And let's go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great stuff. All right, so now that we've learned that, again, we can pick up the pace. If you feel that you want to stop at that 3, that's okay. Build throughout the week. All right, shaking it off. And let's get right back to it. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shake. All right, last time. Try to be light on your feet, kitty cat-like in your landings. The more weight we put into the ground, the harder it is for us to get it out of the ground, all right? And here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And shake. Okay, let's have another drink. And I need to remember to pull my shoulders back. Good posture. That computer starting to take its toll. Hopefully you're all doing the good things to make sure your posture is not starting to round if you're spending more and more time in front of the computer for Zoom calls and meetings and such. Okay, so forcing those shoulders back, we have our lunge cool down sequence. So we're gonna go with our forward lunge and that big reach. And as we step back, so we have our forward lunge with our overhead reach, feel that stretch. And as we step back, let's bring that toe to the sky to add to our hamstring stretch. All right, so 4 times left, 4 times right. And here we go. Step forward and stepping back, rolling that toe up, getting a little more stretch through the calf and hamstring. That's 2. Three, and 4. Great. And shaking it out. Opposite side now. That's 1. 2. 3. And last one, up, reaching back, looking back, and reaching down and looking down. Outstanding. Shaking that out. Okay, so for our lateral lunge, we're going to add our reach to the foot. So we're going to step to the side, reach to the ground, and then rotate, look and reach to the sky. All right? 4 left, 4 right. Step, reach, and extension. Great. That's 1. 2. 3. And 4. Opposite side. Step, reach. Great stuff. And last one. Great. All right, now we've done all that, we're going to do a little spinal roll. So what that is we're just going to be nice and proud to start. Hands on our thighs, just going to roll everything down and sag down to the ground. And then we're slowly going to roll everything up again into that nice tall position. So that's 1. And rounding down, we don't have to get to the ground with our hands. And then slowly rolling back up. Shoulders back, head back. Great, that's 2. And up. That's 3. Last one, best one. Reaching down, rounding, and then extending back up. Great stuff. All right. Now let's take it to the ground. And we're going to go with our wide lunge. We're going to place our hand out to the side. So I've got a nice wide position here. I'm going to reach my hand down level with my foot and in front of my hip. We're going to reach back and feel the stretch. This just gets a little bit more into the abdominals and into the hip flexor. We're going to reach back. We're going to reach through. That's 1. Reaching back and reaching through. That's 2. And reaching through. 3. And last 1. Great. Switching sides. Again, that wide position. Hand placed. I'll lean into that stretch, so I'm already feeling a stretch in my hip flexor when I put my hand down, reaching back and reaching through. Reaching back, reaching through. It's 2. Three. And 4. Great. Now, going to do our child's pose. So, I'm going to have my knees a little bit wider so I can sag back, my hands out in front, and we're just going to sit back. Get your bum down to your heels if you can. You can walk your hands out in front to give a little bit more length and extension. And just have a few nice quiet breaths. Great. Now slowly come on up. And we're going to just get into a little bit of a glute stretch today. And so we've got a 90-degree position in our front, 90-degree position in our back. And we're going to take the center of our chest. I turn this up with the camera here. We're going to take the center of our chest or our sternum. We're going to go right down to our knee, just slowly easing into that stretch. Just going to hold that for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. And over to the other side. So as we wrap this up, we are through another week of workouts. I hope you enjoyed it. So again, I've got 90 degrees and 90 degrees at the back. And I'm going to take the center of my chest down to my knee. If you'd like to get down onto your forearms, if you can get that far just to relax, feel free. So we're going to continue with these movements next week, obviously with some tweaks. So hopefully you take the opportunity over the next several days to do this workout a few extra times. Again, in conversation with your coach. Let's come on up, grab a drink of water. So have that conversation with your coach, and when you do, let's maybe add a little bit more resistance. Maybe I'll add an extra push-up or two. Maybe I go to 12 push-ups instead of 10 push-ups. All of those things are there for you to manipulate on your own to increase your challenge. If you want to get this extended to an hour-long workout, then obviously you can repeat the circuit more than once. But other than that, I really do hope that you have a great week. Continue to drink, look after yourself, and have a great week, and keep sweating. Be well, everybody. See you next time.